So usually with foam rolling, the most time you want to spend on each body part is about 20 seconds or so. Anything more than that and you're kind of just beating a dead horse and it's not really going to give you any more benefit than you need. Spend a little bit more time on spots that feel painful or tight. And remember, you're not here for a spot treatment. Get in, get it done, move on to the next thing. When you're rolling out the bottom of your feet, imagine that you have a triangle drawn on the bottom of your feet. Where the balls of your feet are, you draw a line down to your heel, color in that triangle. If you find spots outside of that spot that hurt, totally fine to roll that spot out a little bit. So with the breathing drills, all you really want to do is focus on taking a big breath in through your nose, expanding your stomach, kind of like a baby would breathe, and then exhaling through your mouth. You don't really have to exhale forcefully on this one, but really just try to relax as you do it. 5 to 10 quality breaths should be plenty. So when it comes to the side planks, remember this is a high tension side plank, meaning this should not be an easy walk in the park. So as you get up, inhale through your nose and then hard exhale through your mouth. Make it audible, make it hard, and make it last 3 to 5 seconds. Literally exhale all the air out of your lungs completely. And remember, a lot of tension in the body, so you're squeezing your stomach. The exhale will do that, but you need to do it anyway. You're squeezing your butt, you're squeezing your quads, high tension. Same thing for the side plank you want to do on the dead bugs. Remember, this is a high tension dead bug. This is not supposed to be relaxing. So set up a band, set up a wall. Make sure when you're pulling on that band or pushing into that wall, whatever setup you have, push hard. The whole point of that pull is to engage your core the entire time you're doing it. So if you're not actively tensing up pretty hard, you're defeating the whole purpose of it. Just like on the side plank, hard exhale down at the bottom, and as you're holding your dead bug, whatever leg is up in the air, pull that leg towards your chest. Pull it hard. So your toes are pulled up towards your knees. You're actively pulling your leg to your chest as you're exhaling and as you're holding that band the entire time. High tension. When you're doing the controlled articular rotations, just remember a couple things. First things first is you have to keep that stomach braced tight the whole time. Don't let any movement occur at your low back. You strictly just want it to be from the hip. So if you lose tightness in your core or your hamstrings or your upper back or anything like that, you're gonna defeat the whole purpose of what you're trying to do here. Tension, tension, tension the entire time you're doing that car. And as you're doing it, try to draw the biggest circle you can every single time. So with the toe sit to the inchworm to the groiner or spiderman stretch with the rotation, if it's uncomfortable for you to sit on your toes, put a pillow underneath of your butt on top of your heels and it'll actually decrease the amount of tension, the amount of stretch that you're gonna feel when you're in that seated position. When you walk out, squeeze your butt, squeeze your stomach so your hips don't sink to the floor. Step your foot to the outside part of your hand as best you can. Keep your back leg nice and straight as best you can. And then as you're doing your rotation, eyes are gonna follow your hand as you rotate up and try to get your chest to point straight up towards the ceiling. Remember, the whole point of the rotation is to rotate your torso, not so much just your arm or just your head. For the 90-90 seated position, try to make sure that both legs are at 90 degrees, obviously. Stay up nice and tall as best you can. When you get to the hip activation portion of the drill, remember, you want to lift up your foot first, your knee second. You're gonna straighten out your leg completely out to the side, third. And then the fourth, you're gonna whip your leg all the way around, pull it up to your chest just like you do your dead bug, and then reverse that process. So your leg comes down, you swing it out wide, bend your knee, knee goes down, and then your foot goes down. When you're going through the transition phase from one leg being in the back to one leg being in the front to the exact same thing on the opposite side, when you roll over, try to get that back leg to stay flat to the ground as you open up your hips towards the opposite side. Push it down into the floor as you roll. Your goal is to keep that leg flat to the floor as best you can as you roll to the opposite side. So don't just roll and have it be nice and easy. Remember, you want this to be kind of difficult to transition from side to side.